So that truck, my daily driver, has some issues. The garage is not done yet, but you know, we're just gonna get it in here and get to work on it. Somebody actually wants to buy the high pressure fuel pump out of it, and we need to get some content to you guys, so I need to take a break from all this. As you can see, still have scaffolding, a lot of stuff laying around from construction, but we got the heat in here now. So pretty much game time on getting some projects started. But long story short, Dave and I were on our way back from West Virginia. Went down there for some no prep airport race. Just did some testing too with the Mustang. And on the way home, driving down the highway, and you know, people start flying around me like a bunch of a-holes. I'm like, what the heck? So I really laid into it. And Dave's like, man, dude, your truck's really smoking. Something's wrong with it. And I noticed, like, man, I'm down on power. So we pulled over, and I'll show you what happened. Excuse the mess. So I noticed in this wheel well, there was just oil everywhere. Well, it turns out the glow plug, electrical socket that the glow plug pops onto, blew right out the side of the motor. What caused that, I'm not sure yet. We'll tear into this thing and try to figure out what was going on. Had a lot of crankcase pressure, so I don't know if it cracked the piston, or, I mean, I kind of feel like we lost a rocker arm or two. I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna get after it, see what's going on with this thing, and you guys can tune in and check it out. So to pull the high pressure fuel pump out of this truck, I'm just gonna pull the cab. The cab's gotta come off anyway, because right there is a new motor that we've been working on for this truck. So we're just gonna get to it and show you guys what it takes to pull the cab off. It's been quite a while since I've done this, so I do remember first things first, we gotta drain the coolant, which is what I dread doing the most. But we'll start draining that and figure out what we gotta do next. I mean, I've done this plenty of times before, but it's not my everyday job, so I'm sure we'll get the cab halfway up and realize we forgot something. Put the new lift to work, see how she works for us. A little tip when you're draining coolant, oil, anything, if you got it open, crack open the container that holds it. You know, your coolant fill cap or your oil fill cap, and you will drain much faster. This here is one design that I don't really know what Ford was thinking. You have to loosen this to drain the coolant out of here. But when you loosen this, I mean, if you only loosen it a little bit, it doesn't come out of there, but it comes out of here piss slow. So what I do is I just crank that thing full wide open, along with a little rubber hose on there to drain the coolant into a bucket. 5-gallon bucket's plenty. That's what these trucks hold, is 5 gallons of coolant. Yeah, we can get to work on just tearing off some simple stuff. Intake's gotta go, intercooler piping, plugs. You know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to work on one of these trucks, really. It's pretty simple. You just have to take apart what you see needs taken apart, and simply put it back together when you need to go back together. You can kind of see some more of the carnage. This one here is actually still popped out. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But yes, that was pumping oil out of there. Rapid pace. But look at this, guys. That don't look too good, does it? Probably gonna have to clean that up. We should still be able to. Should still be able to break her loose though. I mean, blue is my favorite color, but the handles are missing off these batteries, so it makes it just a little bit more difficult to get out. especially when the wires get in your way. We'll get her out of here though. There we are. Disconnect the main power plug right here for the engine. Super simple, just flip the lever and unplug it. And we've got another plug here for the engine harness. Not as simple, but still not difficult. It doesn't help that everything here is covered in oil. So the fuel cooler here has coolant lines for a whole secondary pump here, or I'm sorry, this is the reservoir. The pump is actually mounted to the body of the truck, so we gotta take these lines off of the cooler. Okay guys, we're gonna fast forward a little bit. I think I got everything disassembled in here. The brake booster is usually just a simple slide, unbolt and slide out, but I probably spent an hour trying to pry that off of there. It's just really corroded up, as you can see. So I can definitely tell I'm rusty. Got frustrated and whatever. I'm just out of practice. So we're gonna give the first shot at pulling the cab up here and see what happens. I'm sure I forgot something, but we'll see. It'll be a miracle if I didn't. Cross your fingers. I'm ready for this thing to be off of here, I can tell you that. A few more zip ties, looks like I forgot. Well, as you can see, walked out to the garage, got the cab up last night. Right as I went to pick the cab up, the camera SD card was full or whatever, so it was late. I just wanted to get the cab up. Didn't really miss much, sat it up and pretty much went inside, but we're out here today. Just show you guys that we got it up. Got to get the fuel pump out of it, which is right here. High pressure fuel pump. I already took the up pipes off and the down pipe, which is simple things, but we gotta remove the turbos. And then next video, you can see we'll tear into this thing, try to find out what went wrong, what's wrong with it, because it's just, yeah, I can barely get it in here. But yeah, get right to it. We'll pull these turbos off, get the fuel pump out. Well, I busted this thing loose. It should, we should be able to slide this whole elbow assembly off the side of the motor. Might need a little persuasion. There we go. Busted it loose. There's that. There's a lot of oil in here, so I'm thinking one of the seals on the turbo might be going bad. I'm not sure. Unplug. This is the VGT actuator. Well, at this point, we're ready to pick these turbos off of here. Let me tell. Well, we gotta take the turbo hold down boots off. But let me tell you, that is no simple task. These turbos are heavy, relatively loose on here. Just need to take some, eat my Wheaties this morning. I guess I should have. Okay, popped them loose. You'll see guys freaking with engine hoist and stuff taking these things off. I think that's a little excessive, but I keep telling you, they are heavy. We got the turbo out of here. As you can see, everything looks pretty old. Right here is the fuel pump we have to extract. This is the fuel feed in from the, this is an Elite Fuel Bold Elite kit. Really, it's just a fuel pressure regulator for the return side. The inlet side feeds full pressure. It just comes into here and this distributes if you have dual fueler. In my case, I don't. Feeds in right here. This is the return out of the pump. Back to here. Goes into here, through the fuel cooler, out of the fuel cooler, into here, and then out of here, back to the tank. And then these are the high pressure lines. One go to each side of the head. So we just got to pop this stuff out and take the cover off. The fuel pump will be ready to pop out. I apologize if this video is all over the place. I'm having difficulties with the GoPro. Every time I turn around, the battery's dead or the SD card is full. So I'm back to one of the old cameras we have, Sony, whatever, something or another. As you can see, I got the high pressure fuel pump out of this truck, ready for the guy to buy it. He should be coming early this week. Sitting over there on the bench. I'll walk over and show you guys what it looks like in case you've never seen the Siemens K16 high pressure fuel pump out of a 6.4 Power Stroke. But there it is. It sits in the truck, well, like this, but this is towards the back. Pop the gear off, got my fittings out of it. It's sitting there ready. That's one of the super rare industrial injection Dragonfire 85% over pumps. You know, believe I'm going to put a stock pump back in this truck. You guys will really have to let me know what you want to see me do to this because I'm unsure with where I'm going with it. I got a new motor sitting over there, you know, balanced, new Kill Devil heads, pistons, cam, valve springs, push rods, all the good stuff. But I think I'm going to go back to stock fuel. We'll have to see, you know. I think I'm going to more or less use this truck just for a tow rig, for the race car. I want to be able to travel, not worry about breaking down or anything. But next video, if you guys want to stay tuned, we're going to tear into this motor, find out what exactly went wrong, you know, because before that it was working great. Other than the blow-by, she still had blow-by. So once we figure out what's wrong with this motor, we're going to pull it out of the truck. I want to pull the transmission out. That was built by my buddy Stefan McGowan's Diesel Performance. That's working great, but I want to get the DPC converter restalled. It has more of a race-oriented stall. I want to go back to just a stock stall on the converter. Now we're going to pull the bed off the truck, and I don't know. I'm considering sandblasting the whole frame, getting it done, but you'll have to stay tuned, see where we go with it. But you guys need to let me know what you think I should do to it, because I don't know yet. You know, I've been considering putting a leveling kit back on it. Actually on it. I've never had a leveling kit on this truck, but I've been considering putting a leveling kit on it, maybe putting 35s on it, you know, going for more of a aesthetically pleasing truck. Or do I leave it stock height? I don't know. There's a lot of things I'd like to do to the body. The body needs some attention. The bed definitely needs some attention. I don't know if you can see, but the bed rails are actually rusting out. But anyways, that's enough of me talking. You guys need to stay tuned, see what we got going on with this freaking motor, because something's seriously wrong. But anyway, that's it. 717 Diesel Addicts, over and out.